In this video, I want to give you the exact VSL script that we've tried and tested that has beat any other VSL script that we've used and has allowed us to scale to $10 million within the first 2 years. And the reason being is because it uses current interaction trends, human persuasion, communication techniques that have been used by US presidents and some of the top entertainment companies, including all of the Pixar movies that you've seen, but more on that later. So there are 8 things that we want to cover in this VSL structure. Number 1, big promise / hook. Number 2, social proof. Number 3, twisting the knife. Number 4, introduce the solution. Number 5, imagine this. Number 6, first call to action and demo the next steps. Number 7, second call to action. Number 8, outro. All right, let's go into these a little bit more detail. Number 1, big promise and hook. This is the first handful of seconds in the video where you need to capture their attention and you want this hook to focus on the transformation. Like for ours, our hook is, in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to go over how you can stack your calendar with qualified sales appointments. So this is, you're teaching them what they're going to learn over the next couple of minutes, and this is going to hook them and give them a reason of why they should stay around and continue watching this video. You want to make sure that you're focusing this around the transformation and not your mechanism. Now, what do I mean by that? So transformation would be them getting appointments on their calendar. The mechanism would be if we did cold email, if we did Google ads, if we did Facebook ads, if we put them on a billboard, if we sent mailers. So those are all different mechanisms. You want to keep the big hook and the main point around the transformation that they're looking for. And the easiest way to think about this is picture where they want to be. What is the big obstacle? What is the big goal? Obviously, maybe they want to do Facebook ads, but why do they want to do Facebook ads? They want to do Facebook ads so they can get more leads. They want to get more leads so they can get more appointments. They want to get more appointments so they can get more sales. Qualified sales appointments on their calendar will help them close more deals. So that, as close as you can get to the transformation as possible, is what you want to add in here. All right, number 2 is social proof. We want to add in social proof at the beginning of the video, right after the hook, and this is going to give you credibility as you go throughout the video. And so what you want to add here are stories, case studies, testimonials of people who are like the audience that are watching this VSL. Now, I don't recommend that you play video testimonials. I recommend that you maybe tell a quick overview and keep it around the transformation of what the client realized with their desired result and how it's similar to the current prospect and the person that's watching this video. All right, number 3, twist the knife. This is where you're going to address the pain points that your prospect is currently in right now. Now, the best way to do this is tie it into the case studies that you just went over. If you told a story or if there was a case study that popped up on the screen that said, hey, this person was able to book 80 appointments in the last month, you just went over the transformation that they achieved. So that's like the end result. Now you want to give a contrast of where they were before. So the best way that I found to do this is to say something like, you're not alone. You are in the right place. Every single successful client that we have worked with has started by watching this same video. They started with no appointments on their calendar. They didn't know how to get leads. They didn't know how to scale their business. They didn't know how to build a predictable client acquisition system so that they knew where the next dollar was coming from. So you're twisting the knife in the pain that they're currently experiencing. And that's going to lead into number 4. You're going to introduce your solution. Now, it needs to answer 2 questions. Number 1, will this work for me? And number 2, how does it work? And the best way that we found to do this is to give some type of lesson or training, usually in 3 bite-sized chunks. For example, in our VSL, we go over 3 things. Number 1, lead generation, a consistent way to generate leads. Number 2, a way to turn those leads into appointments. And then number 3, someone who can manually follow up with those appointments that captures anyone who fell through the cracks. That's how they can get appointments on their calendar consistently. And so we're going to go over and teach them one by one. We go into a little bit more in depth on 1, 2, and 3. And that's where that training is going to come in. Now, pro tip, you don't want to give them everything. You want to give them just enough to show your expertise and to show them you know what the heck you're talking about. And you want to omit certain things because that's going to give them a reason to take the next step, which is usually to book a call with your team. Another thing that I recommend is that you use supporting graphics and visuals. Now, there's a very popular communication style that's been used by US presidents, top media companies, public speakers, and it's called process communication model. And I'll link that somewhere in this video or, down below in the description so you can watch that. But you want to be able to communicate to the entire audience because some people like numbers, like visuals, like analytics, they like stories, they like humor. So you want to add all of these things in your VSL when you're going through and writing this out. in using these 8 steps. Now that leads me into number 5, imagine this. Now some people are the type of individuals that need to imagine things. So here you're going to help them visualize their transformation, help them understand what it feels like, help them understand that all of their pains and their frustrations are gone. The way that we've done that is imagine all of those appointment spots on your calendar that are empty getting filled with quality prospects. And we have a visual of a calendar just go pop, just appointments being popped in. Now that gives them a visual representation for the subset of people who need to see it. And then there's also a subset of people who need to imagine themselves in that situation. And so both of these things are going to be able to hit with both of those audiences. All right, number 6, this is probably one of the most important ones. First call to action and demo the next steps. Now this is going to allow you to improve the conversion rates on the next page or the action that they're going to take after they watch the VSL, which is normally to book a time with a team member to speak about your services. So the best way that we found to do that, so after the imagine this part, imagine you were able to book many appointments on your sales calendar, and then you go into the first call to action. Now, if that's something that you are looking for, that sentence right there will help you lead into the first call to action. And then on the screen, when your video editor is editing the VSL, it's literally going to show the next page that they are going to and what steps and processes they need to take. So for example, for us, we say, hey, if this is something that you're looking for, click that button down below. That's going to take you to another page. It's going to ask you to enter in a handful of application answers. That's going to take you to a page where you can book a call with our team so that we can show you how we can customize this specifically to your business. So that's going to demo the next step. It's going to show them exactly what the next step is. When people click that button to go to the next page, and improve the conversion rate on that next page drastically. Now that first CTA and demoing the next steps, that's going to take a little bit of time. So you're going to follow that up with a second call to action. And the best way that I found to do this is to congratulate them. And you can say something along the lines of, hey, congratulations, you've taken the first step to build a predictable client acquisition system. And this is going to allow you to scale your business predictably and, most importantly, profitably. And if that's something that you want, click the button down below and we look forward to talking to you. And that's the second call to action. And then number 8 is going to be the outro. This is where you're going to have literally on the screen, it's just going to say book a call with arrows pointing down to the side or up or, wherever your button is. And that is a VSL structure that we found that's worked better than any other VSL structure that we've tried. And we've implemented this in thousands of businesses and seen the data, and it just outperforms every other VSL. Now, I promise you guys I'll talk about strategy of using this VSL. So the first thing I want to talk about is how long this VSL should be. We used to have our VSLs be around 20, 15, 10 minutes. And now the way that people consume video, we recommend you keep that under 5 minutes. You need to keep it short, concise, and to the point. And the reason why you have the VSL is to qualify the people who are looking to work with you and to disqualify the people who are not a good fit. Now, 5 minutes doesn't allow you to go over a lot if you have a complicated offer or a more expensive offer. So what we recommend is you have a 5-minute VSL that goes to another page like an application or a booking page. And then on that thank you page, after they book an appointment, you can put a longer video on there that says something along the lines, make sure that you watch this video before our call. It is very important. And that could be like ours is an hour and 15 minutes long. And it goes over everything that we do, how we do it, how we're different from the competition. And that video is further disqualifying people and further qualifying people if you have more of a complex of a more expensive offer. And the other thing that I talk about is where you host your VSL. You want to make sure that you have it on a platform that can track watch time, where people are dropping off at. You want to make sure that they get your trainings and what it is that you actually do before they're dropping off. So you may have to continually tweak the VSL. That leads me to my next point is what we recommend is you consistently update your VSL as you're getting feedback from your sales team. And you want to be consistently trying to improve all of those numbers, recording every 6 months, split testing versus the old VSL, reassessing all of those numbers and seeing which one outperformed the other. Now for the template in the PDF, I've given you guys access to that in the description. You can click that. That's going to take you to a page. Enter in your information. We're going to give you the exact template that we use with bullet point examples of what to add in. If you like that episode, press here for a list of the top videos from our YouTube channel. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe, guys. Adios.